No one, and I do mean no one, will call you delusional when you're living the life that you really desire. Even if they don't want to live that same life, what they do and will start to see in you is a freedom that they don't experience because they don't live their life in delusion. Hey guys, I am Stephanie. I'm a neurometaphysicist and I help people just like you take the science, the spirituality, and God and create a life of your dreams. I focus on finances over here, but my techniques work on every single thing. Mainly inspired by God, but I also pull from Neville, Goddard, Florence Scovel Shan, and then you will hear a lot of new tips and techniques and things that I have used in my life that I have shared with my clients over the last 18 years that have completely changed their lives. So I pull from all different places and then I've created my own techniques with the help of the Lord, of course. Can we talk about being delusional for a minute? Yeah, my coffee's so good. Anyway, let's pull it back. No one will call you delusional when you are living your dream life. No one will think you're crazy. No one will say you need to go get a job. No one will say you need to bring it down to earth. No one will say you're crazy. But before you get to that point, if you start sharing with people all the things that you're desiring, all the things you're working on, and all the things you're seeing for yourself, and all the things you're dreaming for yourself, guess what? They are absolutely going to think you're delusional. They're going to think you're crazy. They're going to think you're out of your mind. And that is part of the reason I tell people not to, when you're in this process of shifting into the person that God has brought you here to be, this person that calls things that are not as though they were. This person is doing greater works than Jesus did walking on this earth. Yes, because greater works shall you do. I really feel like you really just got to be quiet because most people won't get it. And if you're a person that you want to share all those things you're doing and working on and believing for, then you got to be the kind of person that don't care about what people think. Now, I have to say I'm the latter. I don't care what people think. And so it hyped me up to talk about what I'm working on. It hypes me up to talk about my projects. It hypes me up to talk about all these things. And they may not believe it, but just I'm a little ticky boom boom. I love to prove people wrong. I love to remind people who I am. I love to remind people I'm that chick. And so I kind of like when people doubt me. I kind of like when people have something negative to say so that when I do it quicker than they ever thought anybody could, they're left questioning how. But that's my personality. That's not everybody, right? I'm very much an Aquarius sun and a Leo moon. You felt that Leo in there. I am very much that person, right? So I can vibe off that. If you know you are a person that cannot take negativity, if you cannot take people questioning things from family to friends and otherwise, you're going to have to zip it. Because here's the reality. While you are in a space of, because everything you want already exists in the quantum realm. So while you're in the space of everything you're wanting existing in the quantum realm, God already told you is yours. The promise is already yours. If you're experiencing lack, you're not experiencing what God has brought for you. And when I mean lack, I don't just mean even finances. I mean lack of love, lack of health, depression, any of those things. That's not what God has for you. Well, let me say this, not what God has for me based on the God that I know, that you choose what you want to believe about God. Okay. You choose what you want to believe about God. But what I will say is that having, if you have this mentality that you desire all these things and you can't deal with the negativity, then you just need to be quiet. And while you have them, if you're talking to people, people are going to think you're crazy and delusional. But let me tell you something that's really magical is when those things become tangible in 3D and they're just not in the realm, quantum realm, when they become like here for you to touch, all of a sudden people want to get close to you and they want to know how. And I love to like joke with people and say like, I'm just magical. I'm magical. And I mean, I'm joking, but I'm also not joking. I know who I am. I know what my power is. I know that if I speak it into being, it will be. We have spoke enough that we don't want into our life. We got to start using our power, our tongue, our thoughts, our actions. We need to start focusing on things that's bringing in what we want. We're all powerful. You're just using your power for the things that you don't want. You're using your power to maintain the things you don't want. And I'm using my power to sit and think about and pray on and study on the things that I do want, the things that are mine. I'm using my gifts, talents, and ability to focus on that. We're just focusing on different things. And I promise you, when you focus on that and can tune out what people have to say and calling you delusional, first of all, you can take that. I think delusion is a compliment. Call me delusional, because everything that I'm delusional about becomes my actual physical 3D reality. So it doesn't even, that's probably why it doesn't bother me. I will take a word and make that be my superpower, right? And so I have had so many situations, people who have told me, oh, you need to get a job, or you need to do this, or you need to go do that, are people who will get on live stream and say, oh, well, my friend, she's always blah, 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 blah. My friend taught me how to have faith watching her. My friend, blah, 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 blah. Because I am that girl. I am that person who, it doesn't matter what it looked like to everybody else. And it doesn't even matter. Like, I would have my moments of feeling like, oh my gosh, you go do something. Like, this isn't working the way you thought. And then I snap out of it. And I was like, yes, it is. It's like what I'm living now is a product of what I thought yesterday. So that means tomorrow I'm gonna live what I'm thinking today. Let me get out of that. So you have to recognize that, like, as soon as you can correct yourself and stay focused, you will get to the point that you are living everything that you're seeing for yourself, dreaming for yourself, believing for yourself. And those people have come to me and asked me, well, Stephanie, how are you doing this? Or they've come to me and said, Stephanie, you just really encouraged me. I don't say anything, but I watch you, and I'm just so astonished by what you have created. So many people have said this to me. And so I just want you to know that you have to be able to take people calling you delusional or thinking you're crazy and eat that and adopt it. Like, you know what, I am delusional. And because delusion is just me seeing something else that other people don't see in the 3D. Sure, I'm delusional. I'm fine. I'm delusional. I am delusional because I see all this greatness for me. If I had told anyone that I would ever run a 7-figure company, that I would own 3 homes in Europe, that I would now have an investment group where people are investing 100K a piece into like this big $1.3 million project in Italy, if I had told anyone that I would run for city, I told myself, yeah, I would be delusional. Absolutely. But all those things came to be. It's only delusion because you don't see it in physical form. But see, what's going on in your brain, what you see for yourself, that's your calling. It's meant for you. It's not for anybody else. But if you wanted something silly, like you want some Chanel bags or some shoes or some mess like that, then you're not delusional then, right? You're not delusional for that. You're not delusional if you wanted a life that everybody else has. You're not delusional if you was in struggle. And I'm gonna tell you, funny enough, I almost thinking of delusion in a negative way, I think you're delusional to want to remain in lack. You are absolutely out your mind. You are delusional if you think that's what God called for you to have in this life. You are absolutely out of your mind if you keep seeing that for your girl. You are delusional if you think that's what my God wanted for me. See how you flip that? Because my God wants abundance for me. My God wants me to know my power. My God wants everything that come out of my mouth to be something that calls in the things that he has for me. Are you guys following me? So I just wanted to show up today to remind you guys to embrace delusion. Right now, I also want to remind you around this, because sometimes I tell people embrace delusion, but then they embrace delusion and like they're not taking inspired action. They're not doing anything. I'm delusional and I'm also like working towards my dreams and goals. Right. If you're just sitting there like praying to lose weight in a healthy way, but all you do is like eat bull crap and stuff your mouth and you never move your body, and I hope you follow me. Anyway, that's my message for today. Oh, also I have, today is Wednesday. Friday, I am dropping a new training. It is 48-hour manifestation, and I have the link somewhere. I'll put it down below. So it's dropping in 2 days. Everyone who gets it today will actually get a free Q&A call with me, which I'm really excited about. And it's 48 hours to manifest whatever you want. One specific thing. It is a very powerful technique. And as some of the people say, quiet as it's kept, a little secret over here, is it doesn't even take 48 hours. You typically will have it within a 24-hour period. It is something I've mastered over the years. So I hope you decide to jump in. It is not a live workshop. It's a pre-recorded workshop, but the Q&A call will be live. I don't know if I'm going to sell a recording after. I don't know. I'll think about it. But for now, it's just this one that's coming up. So if you're watching this after Friday, if you click on the link and you don't see it, or you don't see a link down there, that means it's gone. It's not for you. Okay. All right. And also, if you have not joined the Stillwell Society, we are on day 17 or 18. Day 17 of faith and finances. And today is like such an amazing day. The challenge is absolutely free to join us. Every day you get an audio with a message from me about the day. You get a scripture, you get a lesson around it. It's just good. And you get an action and an action plan to move forward and really give your finances to God and allow God to multiply that. Anyway, I'm going to shut up now and go. I am doing 30 videos in 30 days. So if you're wondering why you're seeing so much of me, that's why. One of these days I'm going to actually do 2 videos because I missed a day. Anyway, toodles.